With Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 49 looming over the horizon, we have brand new leaks, images, and spoilers in relation to the upcoming manga chapter that not only sheds light as to what happens after Moro's initial escape following his wish being granted by Porunga, and with Goku and Vegeta now back at full strength, of course thanks to the Grand Supreme Kai, it's time for us to dive into what happens next with our heroes as they are now on the trail in finding and stopping Moro, as we're going to be covering the full English translated manga chapter on this channel once it drops officially in the next couple of days. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and more importantly turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, and slap a big fat like on this video by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys are stoked, ready, and excited for the upcoming manga chapter, as we kick things off initially with page 1, and it looks like there's a hailstorm of energy blasts raining down from the sky on planet Namek. So initially what this ends up telling us is that there is a massive battle being waged somewhat above Namek, and this of course involves Moro versus Goku, Vegeta, and the Grand Supreme Kai. Now Moro's initial plans are to drain the very life energy of the planet itself, because it's one of the many ways in which Moro uses to get stronger to begin with, but it doesn't look like Moro is using planet Namek in draining its energy first, but instead it looks like a hailstorm of energy blasts are raining down from the sky, destroying everything in sight. So keep that in mind. As we transition into the next shot having to be shown here, we have the Daikaioshin fighting against Moro, and Moro isn't only holding his own against the Daikaioshin, but it also looks like Moro is able to fight back with complete ease. Now I also want you guys to keep in mind the way Moro looks. He looks absolutely chiseled. He looks a lot younger than how he did before, and that's all because not only his magical abilities have been restored, but right now against Goku, Vegeta, and the Daikaio, he is at full power. Now bear in mind how Daikaio is trying to punch Moro, he's trying to kick Moro, and nothing seems to be working. So Moro here looks to be kicking the asses of Goku, Vegeta, and the Daikaio above planet Namek's atmosphere with complete ease. So the question here, even while it is a 3-on-1 situation, is it possible for our heroes to still be able to gather some energy together in formulating a plan to stop Moro? Because even though they found him right after manga chapter number 48, it looks like the initial fight does kick off with all 3 of them jumping Moro, but even then, Moro doesn't seem to be struggling at all in holding the upper hand against Daikaio, Goku, and Vegeta. So again, at max power right now against 2 Super Saiyan Blues and the Grand Supreme Kai, it looks like Moro has absolutely no trouble in holding his own against the 3. As we transition into the third shot having to be shown, we have Moros jumping into the fight and using the rockets on the lower half of his feet and blasting Moro directly in the face, causing somewhat of a distraction for the Daikaio to wrap himself up and bringing him down from what it looks like a nearby planet, an asteroid. So they're trying to gang up on Moro by using different tactics, and one of the tactics that they ultimately end up using here is blasting Moro in the face and creating enough time for the Daikaio to jump on in and grabbing Moro and bringing him down on an unknown rock. So of course that could be a moon, that could be an asteroid, that could be anything, but the point here is the fact that Moros had to jump in to use himself in being a distraction and using that for the Daikaio to step in and catching Moro off guard. So bear that in mind as we transition into the next shot having to be shown, and from what it looks like, the Daikaio is trying to use the exact same technique that he had attempted before in sealing Moro's magic away. But the question here is it going to work against Moro this time? Because the Daikaio, from what it looks like, he is preparing himself in using the exact same technique he used 10 million years ago to put Moro down. And as he aims directly at Moro, it doesn't look like Moro is phased at all. And that's scary because Moro looks like he's welcoming this, which again, we are going to be covering the entirety of this chapter on this channel within the next 2 days. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified whenever that video is posted, because from what it looks like, Moro is actually telling Daikaio something before standing in front of him anticipating this attack. So again, Moro isn't fearful, he isn't afraid, he's actually waiting for this attack to hit him, and the Daikaio seems to be a tad bit concerned. As we transition into the next shot here, and not much is being shown other than Goku and Vegeta having to step forward and finally finding Moro. So maybe here Goku Goku and Vegeta are both acknowledging and telling Moro that they're at max power, and how they're both well aware and very conscious of what Moro had done before and not making that same mistake again. But keep in mind, Moro isn't concerned at all that Goku and Vegeta are at max power. As we transition into the next shot here, now this is going to confuse a lot of people. Now the Daikaio, it looks like the Grand Supreme Kai had been around for such a long time that he was actually there when Goku was using the Spirit Bomb against Kid Buu. So that's a little weird because we've never seen that before. We've never seen any material show us that the Daikaio had been conscious and present ever since the battle against Kid Buu, even though it kind of makes sense when looking back now. But right now the Daikaio is well aware of Goku's Spirit Bomb, as he was there against Kid Buu initially when Goku was using and charging up for the bomb against the evil Majin. So that's what's most interesting here, is the fact that he knows that Goku can use his body as a tool in gathering up Genki, which is pretty interesting. So I do want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about the Daikaio having to be there ever since the events of Kid Buu versus Goku, but essentially not doing anything to get directly involved. As we transition into the next shot having to be shown here, and it looks like Moro is gathering all of the energy of planet Namek in the form of a massive energy sphere, and it looks like very similar to what he had done before. It looks like he is going to consume this energy in his body in basically getting even stronger. And I can make this hypothesis by saying this all happened and he will consume that energy because the little gold tee that's hanging off from his chin is not shown in any of the previous issues or panels. So that just tells me that yes, Moro is going to consume this energy and get even stronger, because the little hairs on his chin, that little gold tee that you see there, isn't shown when he's fighting against the Daikaio or Goku and Vegeta. So bear that in mind. He is going to get even stronger than before, and being that it looks like he is going to drain the very life energy of Namek, the question here is, being that he's fighting against two Super Saiyan Blues and the Daikaio, how strong is he truly going to get once he does end up consuming this energy? As we transition into the final shot having to be shown, and it's literally a 3-on-1. Goku, Vegeta, the Daikaio, Goku and Vegeta both being at Super Saiyan Blue, and they're both attacking Moro, and it looks like their attacks aren't doing anything. Why? Because they're punching him, they're kicking him, and their attacks are going right through Moro. But the question is why? Why are their attacks going right through Moro? Is he somehow using the after image technique? Is he somehow creating an illusion? Is he using his magic and influence to warp reality and messing with Goku, Vegeta, and the Daikaio's head? We don't know. But what is certain right now is that all parties involved are at max power, including Moro. And being that Moro has a conscious decision to make in either fighting back completely or doing something out of the norm to catch these individuals off guard, it looks like we are going to get our answers in this upcoming manga chapter, which again, it looks like there's an all-out war happening above planet Namek, and that's going to involve Maris, the Daikaio, Goku, and Vegeta. But it looks like, based on what we're getting, it looks like Moro is easily able to not only fight against Goku and Vegeta and the Daikaio with complete ease, but it also looks like Moro is somehow winning. So again, I ask the question, what are they going to have to do to put him down, especially if now, even against the three of them, he is able to hold his own? What do they need to do to put him down? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you guys are stoked, ready, and excited for the upcoming manga chapter, then be sure to go on ahead and slap a big fat like down below. Tune back in for the next video because we are going to be discussing a lot involving this manga chapter, including some really cool videos on the side. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching once more. Tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace!
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!